Morning Glory with Mary Upton and friends.
Come on, get up, get out, and get moving. Come on, get up, get out, and let's do it. Come on, get up, get out, and start grooving. Trooping around to the sound of music.
Welcome to Patia's only reality radio morning show, Morning Glory with Mary Upton and friends.
Yes, good morning. I'll tell you what, you know what it is? It's the weekend.
Thank God it's the weekend.
Pick on the weekend. Pick on the weekend. My working week's so tough, I think I've had enough until the weekend. All right. It's the weekend is here, which means it's time for Ringo Bingo. And what's he saying?
I just sit so close to the right side.
He's telling you to sit over there, is
Okay.
he? Okay, the director is just giving Rosa direction. She has to make sure.
Yes, sir.
Have you adjusted your hair? Have you adjusted everything?
Just my hair, okay.
All right. We have got a plethora of artists on here, too numerous to mention today, right? So I'm not even going to mention them. And we've got Ringo Bingo coming up. And more from Otis Redding and Les Deshane. Actually, I must mention Les Deshane.
Right.
We're going to do a little bit of a song. And also we've got the traffic report. It's going to be something like sitting in the morning sun.
Wow.
Something like that. Anyway, that's coming up in the show. So let's go.
Inside News, detailing the stories behind the headlines. Inside News.
All right, so welcome to Inside News, and the first big story of the day is those clashes in Cairo with those Egyptians and the football match, which turned into a riot, and now everybody's up in arms about it, and they're having, they're protesting, they're angry. The Greek people are angry.
Right. They just had a lot of political issue, right? It just passed, right? Greek.
They have, yeah.
And then now it's the football fan, which maybe is not only what we seem. It seems to be.
Well, they think it's all politically motivated, so that's the problem, you see. So, straight away, they think it's all connected.
And it's not what it seems.
You're not going to be happy if you're a Greek person.
No.
Now, what's been going on in Pattaya?
Well, Pattaya and all around this region, and also in Bangkok, in central area, drugs and criminals in uniforms go around everywhere. So you have to be careful. Tell your children, teach your children with love, okay? Don't order them not to do that, not to do this.
Yeah.
Give them love and reason why. Yeah. And also give them the sample as well for them to see for themselves. And then they can learn what to think for themselves, Don't even... this is my suggestion. Just don't get your children to think for themselves, because they're just like the blank sheet. They got no database.
Exactly,
right. You have to give them good and bad for them to compare.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you where you can send them, where they're going to have no data references whatsoever, and that's the Dark Side of the Moon. New video from the Dark Side of the Moon, and it's not a Pink Floyd song.
Okay.
It's definitely nothing to do with Pink Floyd. It's to do with NASA. They sent back the first video of the moon's dark side. And we never realised. We know the dark side in Pattaya.
Right.
We've seen that many times. Right? But we haven't seen the dark side of the moon.
Right.
So now we have, all right? And guess what? There's nothing there.
Nothing there.
No, there's no drugs.
No light, no drugs.
No lights, no street lights, no
criminals.
No infrastructure. There's nothing. Absolutely. No, there's a lot of craters. A lot of impact craters from asteroids that hit the moon's surface, you see. But otherwise, there's nothing there. So anyway, there's plenty of room for developers, right? They want to stick some more hotels up or something like that. When they run out of space here, then there's the dark side of the moon. Actually, there's the light side of the moon as well.
Yeah, we can...
The thing about if you actually build on the light side of the moon, you get a good view of Earth.
Yes, you can see the Earth.
Planet Earth. Right, now listen, when nature calls, right, can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
Is there anything that you do when you're sitting on the loo other than doing what you would normally do sitting on the loo?
Apart from thinking of my nose.
Oh, dear. Well, there you go, so you can multitask.
Then taking out my grey hair.
Okay.
That's the thing I do.
Right, researchers found that 3/4 of people admit to using the mobile phone when they're on the toilet.
Right.
Yeah?
Me too.
There you go! Oh, I knew it. I can say I've done it. But I also now, I am one of these people, right, and it actually is quite revealing, who takes his iPad in with him. Right? It used to be you used to read a book or a magazine or something like that, you know, while you're sitting there, you know, waiting for things to happen. But now, the iPad is great because you can surf the internet, you see. While you're sitting there, you can do two things at once. Who said men can't multitask?
What more can you ask for?
A survey has revealed 3/4 of people have texted, emailed, played with apps or used the internet, all while sitting on the loo. In fact, it would appear a smartphone might well have overtaken a magazine as the pastime of choice when nature calls.
Oh, okay. At the end of the email, every email done in the toilet have to have P.S. These emails must attach by the strong smell. Please be careful.
Some people might understand this next comment, but could it be to do with the fact that, you know, a lot of these things were invented by Steve Jobs?
Steve Jobs?
Yeah, I'll explain that one to you in a minute.
Okay.
That's a good new one. That's from Coldplay, and it's called Paradise. I like that. It's all about Pattaya, I think. It must be about Thailand. Anyway, Paradise, Thailand. Very nice. Mike Gosden is here, our resident golf... I say resident. You don't actually live here, do you, really?
I do.
Yeah, do you really?
I do.
Oh, you just come out of your little hole just on Fridays just to tell us about the golf.
Yeah.
How are you doing, mate?
Mate, I'm as busy as a bunch of fleas jumping on and off Bob Geldof. And they'd be pretty busy too.
Golf scores in Pattaya. Come on.
Okie dokie. From the Cafe Kronborg, they played at Bang Pakong the other week, and Rob Brown off his 9 handicap had 44 points, 73 off the stick. Andre Van Dyke had 43 points to be runner-up. And from the Fairways Golf Society, they played at Pleasant Valley, and Patrick Engels off his 14 handicap had 43 points. Pretty good scores by those guys.
Very good, yeah. Sorry, I was miles away then. I was just thinking about playing golf in Pattaya. But internationally, there's been a few bits of tragedy, wasn't there?
Well, there was a tragedy and there was a fabulous story. The first one was they played a big tournament in Abu Dhabi. And Robert
Abu Dhabi?
Yes, that's the one.
That wasn't the Flintstones classic, was it? The Abu Dhabi Do?
Yeah, that's another joke, mate. Yeah. Robert Rock from England. He had his second win as a professional.